This wasn't policing. This was murder. I talked about George Floyd's life, how he was surrounded by people who cared about him, surrounded by familiar faces, people he could look out to in the crowd. But at his death, he was surrounded by strangers. They were strangers, but you can't say they didn't care. You can't say that. These people were randomly chosen from the community. People from the community randomly chosen by fate. And they were coming from different places, and they were going to different places, and they had different purposes. All of them. Random members of the community. All converged by fate at one single moment in time to witness something. To witness 9 minutes and 29 seconds of shocking abuse of authority. To watch a man die. And there was nothing they could do about it because they were powerless. They were utterly powerless because even they respected the badge. Even seeing this happening, they cried out at first, pointed out, hey, you can get up off him. It became more and more desperate as they watched this go on and on and on, and there was nothing they could do. All they could do was watch and gather what they could. Gather their memories. Gather their thoughts and impressions. Gather those precious recordings. And they gathered those up and they brought them here. And they brought them here and they got up on a stand and they testified and they bore witness to what they saw. They bore witness to this outrageous act. And they told you about it and they gave you what they had. Their thoughts, their impressions, their memories. They gave you those precious recordings so you can see this. You can see this from every single angle. They gave that to you. They were powerless to do anything but that. They gave it to you. Randomly selected people from the community. You got a summons in the mail. And here you are. All converged on one spot. Now, our system, we have power. The power actually belongs to us, the people. And we give it to the government in trust for us to hold and to use appropriately. But sometimes we take it back. Sometimes when something is really important, we reserve those decisions for ourselves. The state, we have power. We cannot convict the defendant. The judge has power, but he cannot convict the defendant. That power belongs to you. You have that power, and only you have the power to convict the defendant of these crimes, and in so doing, declare that this use of force was unreasonable. It was excessive. It was grossly disproportionate. It is not an excuse for the shocking abuse that you saw with your own eyes. And you can believe your own eyes. This case is exactly what you thought when you saw it first. When you saw that video, it is exactly that. You can believe your eyes. It's exactly what you believed. It's exactly what you saw with your eyes. It's exactly what you knew. It's what you felt in your gut. It's what you now know in your heart. This wasn't policing. This was murder. The defendant is guilty of all 3 counts. All of them. And there's no excuse. Thank you.